Hello and welcome back everyone to today's video, and today I will show you a real UX expert review, and this is part of an entire new series because today I will start the series UX projects where I will show you some work that I have done in the past and I will give you insights into different client projects. Hello and welcome back everyone. In today's video we will go into one of my clients' websites, the previous one that I reviewed, and based on the feedback I gave them, we came to the conclusion that this site needs an entire remake. And over the next videos I will give you more insights into the creation process from the prototyping or the conception phase over the design phase up to the implementation phase, and will simply show you all the steps we have taken within that project. So let's get right into it and do the expert review on that specific website. Alright, no matter whether you are an UI or UX expert or not, you will instantly see that on this index page or landing page you have way too many different contents. Overall, that site is simply overloaded. But let's get into what the site actually does, because this site is made for kind of like a local search engine. So let's simply type in the architect in German. Alright, so we have the results down here. So currently there's one job up here, and there are multiple different companies that are listed underneath the tag architect. What I like about this site is that you have the results clustered into the different categories. So you have the jobs at the very top, then you have the different companies underneath that, then you have the different offers, you have the private offers, and in the end you have the different events that are related to the search term that you have entered. So overall that design is really clean and you don't have many unnecessary elements in it. However, the visual design is also not like, yeah, this is a design I love to interact with. So this is something that I would improve if I was the owner of that web page. But let's simply get into the first business that I have found within that website when I search for architect. This one right here. If we think about that detailed page where I can find all the detailed information about that business, there are some positive and also quite some negative aspects about this site. What I like about this site as an UX expert is that the main information that might be relevant to the user is presented at the very top. What I also like about this site is that you have a back to the search button, so you can click on here and you will get immediately back to the search that you have made before. So that's positive also. And I also like that the company and product tab is highlighted at the very top. What I however do not like at all are the different tabs that you have at the bottom here. So you can click on the different information that you want to get about that business, and the problem is when I press on that tab I don't really get new information. I have the same information down here as I have on the top within the company details. So that's something that you should heavily avoid. If I press on offers, it also says that this company has no offers at the moment. If I click on jobs, I can find a job in here, but that's only one job also. So it's not a lot of new information that I can get if I press on that jobs tab. And if I click on the request an offer tab, I'll find a relatively big form that has two buttons at the very bottom. With the left button I can send it out. I can immediately send the request to that business. And with the other one I can cancel that form, but there's not really something I can cancel and I have no idea what happens if I press that button. And as this button is unnecessary, I would simply remove it. So let's jump back to the index page, to the landing page, and then I'll tell you some ideas that I would have to make this website immediately better. And first of all, you start with the analysis. So you go through the page and you scan it and you find all the issues that you can discover as an UX designer. And then you go through the page again a second time, and you give the client some detailed information on what they can improve or should improve. So with the landing page, it is pretty clear that this needs an entire remake, because this is nothing that a user wants or can interact with, because they need a clear structure, they need a hierarchy with the different elements that have a visual hierarchy. So important elements, which actually the search bar is. What the client of me wants is that users use the search bar, but the search bar is actually pretty far in the background, so it is relatively low in the hierarchy, and this is something that definitely needs to be improved. Also, it is important that some of the elements that are presented on that site need to be removed or need to be moved to a different place, so you can't really scroll on that site. But this is something that you should add, because the moment you take these contents and place them underneath each other and give them more space, it's easier for the user to focus on one element at a time. Another aspect that plays an important role in branding is that every business should have exactly one slogan, and within the headline or within the header bar we have two different slogans, and that is something that I would suggest that they should avoid. So therefore it is important that they find one proper slogan. What's also quite bad practice is that you have text within images. This is something that you can see to the right of the website, because they have an image in there that is an hyperlink that you could click, but the text is within the image, and that's bad practice due to multiple reasons. It's bad for search engine optimization, and it's also not good for the users. If we move one step further and we search for architect, then we have the different results again here, and this is also something that needs an entirely new redesign, because the visual presentation of that website or of these results, that's not good, because this is not something where a user says, oh wow, I want to use that every single day. An easy hack that you can do to make this website more appealing is to simply show the logos of the different companies, for example, besides their name. Another important element from an UX or UI, or well, actually usability perspective, is that the different items need more space below each other. So there must be more space between them, so it's easier to click the correct one. Let's move on to the next page, the company page. I said before that I like the details at the top, but what I don't like is that you can click on the email, for example, and then your mail program will open. But this is not visually easy to understand, because the hyperlink looks exactly the same as the label to the left of it. Furthermore, I would definitely suggest that you get rid of the different tabs, because you don't get a lot of new information in there. So it might even only say that there's no information at all. And if you had all the information from the different tabs underneath each other, that would make it more fun and way easier to interact with the web page. If you want to stick with the tabs, however, I would definitely suggest that you deactivate some of them if there is no information, and also show it that it is deactivated. Make it gray or something like that, or make offers crossed through, something like that. And then it's easy for users to understand that there are no offers available. They don't need to have to make and click on it. So that was a UX expert review, and I hope you took something from it. And over the next weeks I will show you more details of that project, because we have worked on the concept a lot. We have of course improved the visual design heavily, and we also did the implementation with an entirely different system. And based on all that, the improvements are magnificent. And what I'm really happy about is that my client has understood the value of creating a proper concept, a proper information architecture, having a really nice and good working visual design, and an overall proper user experience. And that is why we have decided to make an entire rebranding with that web page, and I'm looking forward to show it to you very soon. If you liked that video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn the notifications bell on, and also hit the like button, and I'll see you on Tuesday. I'm going to work a bit more on that specific project now to show it to you very soon when it's online.